Tenderloin is a popular cut for chefs, mainly because customers love them. We enjoy working with them. It's one of those beautiful products that's easy for us to execute. You don't have to do anything to it to make it perfect. It doesn't require a lot of braising, not a lot of trimming. It's something that's very pure and simple.
This is gonna be fun.
If you can focus on just brunoising the red onion first, that'd be great.
Yes, chef.
Thank you. If you were to order a tenderloin steak from one of the restaurants, nice 5-ounce, that's what you're gonna get. Beautiful, beautiful piece of meat, grill's nice and lean.
Here, chef.
Thank you.
Welcome.
But if you order from a butcher shop, this is what you'll get. Gorgeous. Now this is a tenderloin. Thank you. Beautiful cut of meat, and you can easily get it from your butcher shop, just like this, and take it apart at home. Looking at it right now, you have your head, center, and tail. The most obvious things to take off are just those pieces of fat that won't really break down in the oven. I just use my fingers. You can start a little incision and just pull it away until you can see that nice, bright red meat. While I'm doing this, you'll see there's a little piece, and that is the chain. That is a piece that's perfect for grinding. Get in with your knife. In a job like this, I like to use a boning knife. It bends nice, so you can really get under those tough pieces of fat and that sinew that I'll show you. At this point, I'm actually gonna cut that chain right off. Just follow the curve of the tenderloin, just tuck underneath. Now you can really see that silver skin, so you really wanna make sure you remove that part. Just one little incision, just if you were taking off fish skin. Just try on one side, and almost pull it while you're slicing. So making sure any of that visible silver skin is removed, but a little bit of fat's okay. That's gonna melt down and that's gonna add flavor. Cut these down. So that's our beautiful tail end. Chris, if you can come down here, finish dropping the others.
Yes, chef.
A couple more onions would be great. So my beef needs a sauce, and that's starting with a beef stock. I like to caramelize my mirepoix, mirepoix being onions, carrots, celery. I want a fair amount of color on that, lots of caramelization, because that's gonna add to the flavor. And we have some roasted veal bones.
Great.
Probably one of my favorite smells in the kitchen. Beautiful, lots of color. You see some of that marrow dripping off. Oh.
Smells great.
I know, beautiful.
There you go.
Can I have some water, please?
Yes, chef.
Some aromatics, parsley stems. There's more flavor in the stems than the leaves. Has a nice pepperiness to it. Some thyme goes well with beef, earthy and fresh. Dry bay leaves, you can use fresh bay leaves. They're pretty hard to come by. And of course, peppercorns. Low simmer. I don't want the bones being boiled around. We're gonna get more flavor when it's nice and low and slow. It'll reduce and have a beautiful flavor. I'm gonna put this to good use later. Of course, you can go to the store and buy a beef stock, but it's building that connection with your food. Seeing those bones, seeing marrow being roasted out of them, it just gives you that whole appreciation for something that you've made and something that you're gonna be serving to yourself or to people you love. beef tenderloin, one of those great cuts that's served beautifully when it's grilled or seared, but my favorite way is eating it raw. In two different preparations that you may have ordered, but not tried yourself, and that's carpaccio and tartare. Doing my carpaccio, freezer for an hour or so, then back into the fridge. Just a nice kind of hard crust, and that will catch the blade of your knife. So try to go as thin as you can. Definitely go thinner. A little bit of tearing's okay, because I'm gonna fix it. Here you go, nice and thin. So that beautiful lean meat right into your little pile. Nice little trick, put it between some saran wrap. 2 little layers. And you may have one of these meat mallets at home, normally used for tenderizing, but by getting nice and flat, then I'll have that beautiful look, a nice thin carpaccio. Perfect. Now it's evenly thin all the way through. Looks great. Thank you very much, Chris.
You're welcome, Chef.
Now, a cold plate is very important. This will help it from tearing and spreading apart. Put it right in the center. Just peel it off. Perfect. So some traditional garnishes. I'm gonna season the meat first, because it'll add texture. Peppercorn. Beautiful. I love arugula. It has a kind of natural pepperiness to it. A little balsamic and a Dijon vinaigrette. A little bit of heat from our Dijon. And then beautiful, briny, salty capers. Excellent. Now, another cold preparation. We're gonna do our tartare. Carpaccio and tartare normally have the same traditional garnishes. But I like to add a little Korean influence to this tartare. Garlic, ginger, some soy sauce, sesame oil for some fat, honey, and then gochujang, a Korean fermented spice paste. Just some green onions. I want to have a little bit of crunch, just a little bit of pepperiness that comes from it. So I'm gonna add my nice thin slices again. Just like when we're starting in the carpaccio, but as I'm slicing, I'm gonna layer them together. So you normally see tartares, you see tiny minced meat. By layering this, I'm actually gonna do some ribbons. It's a Korean dish, and I'm gonna eat it with some chopsticks. So this will go great. I just want to season the meat separately. I really want the seasoning to stick to the protein. And then beautiful dressing. And really push it between the meat. Make sure every strand is tossed. Now it's ready for some garnish. Kelly, can you put the Asian pear and join me for some plating? Oh, thank you, Chris. I'm gonna try one of these. Asian pear is nice and crunchy, not too sweet, and it's gonna add a great texture to this. So good. Now, if you can just line 4 straight lines with those. I'm gonna add some sesame seeds.
Be so good all together.
Nice little mix. Perfect.
Can't wait to try it.
Can you smell the gochujang?
Oh yeah.
Traditionally, tartare uses an egg yolk. Use a little bit of quail egg this time.
Why quail egg?
Mainly for presentation, but then it's also the appropriate amount of yolk for a small dish like this. In the center there, you can grab the black pepper. We're just gonna season the yolk as well. It's a protein, it deserves some seasoning, a little bit of salt as well. And I love this texture of the Asian pear. Do a little side. Beautiful. Can we share this with you guys? Over here.
Thank you, Chef.
I'm gonna pass it over to them. Great. I wanna try this.
Go ahead, get a bite. Looks beautiful, Chef.
I haven't found it that difficult to get customers on the idea of carpaccio or beef tartare, and they know that chefs will take that extra step to make sure it's responsibly sourced, and we're feeding them food that we can serve raw. People care where their food's coming from, and they want to experiment with it more. Now we've already taken the center part of our tenderloin, and now left with the tail end of something. This is a beautiful cut of the meat, but the only downside is that it's a little thinner, but it's great for something like a ragout. The grain goes lengthwise. Want even pieces, big, nice chunks. Always season your meat before any cooking. And a little trick for getting a great sear is proper amount of browning. A coating in flour really gives it a chance to hit that high heat appropriately and to keep that sear. So just toss it lightly, make sure all sides are coated. Excellent. The next important is that high heat. I like my grapeseed oil. So it has that high smoking point. Make sure you use your cast iron pan as flat as you can, get that sizzle. Because I'm not gonna overcrowd my pan. I wanna make sure that there's enough heat around each individual piece so that proper browning happens. Beautiful sizzle. And give it a little peek, make sure it's developing that nice crust. And then let it do its thing. Beautiful. So much caramelization, so much color. You really start to smell it. Thank you, Chris. Those look great. I love pearl onions, don't you?
Know it.
After taking the beef out, I have all those delicious, meaty brown floured bits. A simple deglaze. You want full body wine. Let that reduce. We want it to really condense in the flavor. I'm scraping those bits. Starting to reduce. See the little brown bits are starting to float. All that flavor is coming up. As I mentioned, those beautiful pearl onions, some sweetness, the shape's perfect. Add those. Then I'm getting a nice coating of the brown bits and the wine. And that beautiful brown stock that we got going earlier has reduced about half, almost by 2/3. Call it a demi-glaze at this point because it's reduced by half. A full ladle of that. Look how rich that is. I'm gonna add my beef in, but we're not braising it. Just needs to be heated through. Beautiful. I love rosemary with beef. Just one little sprig in there, let it simmer away. So before too long, we're gonna wind up this beautiful looking reduced sauce. It's not quite done. I'm gonna finish it with this beautiful term called beurre monté. So I'm adding cold butter into a hot sauce, and it's gonna melt. It's gonna add a nice velvety texture to that sauce. You can smell the rosemary, the sweetness of the onions. You can already see that shiny, beautiful sheen on it. And just by looking at it, I can see that it's ready. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. So good. Guess I have to share.
All right. Thank you,
Try
Chef.
it, guys.
That's fantastic.
If I was to describe the beef tips and the pearl onions, say it has that very rich little bit of texture from the pearl onions, that the beurre monté at the end adds a silkiness to it. It's a really just hearty dish that you just could eat all the time. Another great way to celebrate our tenderloin is serving it as a Sunday roast for our family. We're using the head of our tenderloin and a fair amount of seasoning. Low and slow at 200 degrees. Normally, you'd want to sear your roast before putting in the oven because you're used to getting that color and the flavor that way. But we're doing reverse searing. I'm gonna make sure I have that roast cooked all the way through to perfection, and then I'm searing after to get that beautiful caramelization at the end. Perfect, 125 degrees. I'm just gonna let it rest. I'm gonna cover it with tin foil, let the juices settle completely. How are those fries coming?
They're done, Chef.
I love fries with my steak. We're gonna blanch in salt water, and this way we're not double frying them in oil. It's a great way to get that flavor and a little less greasy. Now the trick with those, you wanna make sure they cool down completely. Now for the deep frying. So you're used to vegetable fat or peanut oil or canola oil, and I'm using something much more delicious, beef tallow. So just rendered beef fat. Frying at around 375 degrees. Animal fats are starting to make a big comeback. People knowing the difference between saturated and unsaturated fats and the health benefits behind saturated fats. And all those keto diets, paleo diets, pay attention. Kelly, can you take this over for me? Thank you. Back to our roast. And now for that perfect sear. Remember, it's already been seasoned, it's already been cooked perfectly all the way through. We just want that caramelization on the outside. I'm coating with oil rather than putting it in the pan, because again, I really want that even crust, really, really hot cast iron pan for this. Beautiful, perfectly seared. So exciting. That's perfect. great technique, something to cook for your friends, your family, or your work family.
Chef, as always impressive.
Cheers. Great day, guys. Thanks for your help. At the end of a long day, sometimes we'll have a family meal where we'll sit down and actually have time to eat and reflect on what happened. It's a great tradition to have. If I was to describe the roast beef with the demi, it would be silky, not chewy, completely tender, true beef flavor. And that demi, just having those together is an experience.